I don't know about you, but here in the Northern Hemisphere, fall is coming, which means it's coat season. And whether or not that fills you with dread might be dependent on whether or not you have a really warm and beautiful wool coat. So might I suggest picking up some of our beautiful Italian Deadstock wool coating, making yourself a beautiful coat, and then hopefully winter won't be the hell that we all dread all year long. This is my solution, a beautiful coat. So we've got a really fun collection of Deadstock. Like I said, these are all Italian wools. Most of them are about 80% pure wool and then 20% nylon, and that tends to be really common in wools because that nylon gives it a little bit of stability and helps with pilling, things like that. And when I was choosing wools for this collection, of course we wanted to go do the classic plaids and maybe deeper tones, but I was also excited to have a few lighter, funner, maybe more pastel shades because you can put a black wool coat on every day, but something about putting on a beautiful periwinkle wool coat kind of takes the sting out, doesn't it? So this color I think is so pretty. It's kind of like a lavender periwinkle color. So beautiful. You can see it's got lots of drape, super, super soft. And what I think is kind of cool about this one is it has this diagonal, almost rib weave running through the wool. And I've got this same diagonal weave in a few of these fabrics that we'll talk about. But I just think this is so pretty and cheerful and I don't know, it really makes winter more bearable. Similarly, I have been looking for coating this color for a long time, this kind of soft icy blue. Again, you can see there's a little bit of that diagonal weave. And again, I just think this is a really nice alternative to something like cream or gray, just a little bit more saturated, a little bit happier. And then also we brought in this fun Italian boucle. So this is kind of Chanel jacket territory. It's got that beautiful classic nubby boucle texture. But I think that it's a little bit heavier than maybe a boucle that you would use for a Chanel jacket. It's more of a coating weight. And I just think the color palette's so pretty with these kind of ochres and pinks and creams. And again, what a beautiful alternative to a cream jacket, something that has a little bit more texture and dimension, and just again, a little bit more cheerful. Then moving into more of the more sedate tones that you might associate with winter jackets, we've got this lovely deep, we were arguing in the office, is it navy, is it black? We're not sure, but it's kind of like a classic Milton wool and a really, really nice weight. This would keep you so, so, so cozy in the winter. We've also got this beautiful plaid, which is actually 100% virgin Italian wool. And it's another Milton, and I would say it's got it's still drapey, of course, but it's just a little bit, I would say the drape is a little bit more structured. I would love to see this with something with like a really defined collar. So if you wanted to make like a pea coat or any kind of structured jacket that has like a deep lapel like this, I think a fabric like this is going to respond really well to. And obviously that plaid is so fun. If you want to go navy, but maybe something with a little bit more texture, less pattern, we've got this mohair. And I'll get close so you can see that mohair texture. So the thing with mohair is that it actually has it's almost like fur. So you want to make sure when you're cutting out your pattern pieces that you cut all your pattern pieces in the same direction, because otherwise you're going to have the mohair is going to be in the opposite direction. It's going to feel weird and the light's going to reflect off of it in a weird way. But this is so pretty. It's really soft and cozy and cuddly and is nice and heavy for a super warm and cozy winter coat. Another plaid, this one is a little bit earthier in shades of tan and olive. I think this is so pretty. Again, a really good weight for a jacket. How beautiful would this make? Like if you were gonna make a cape or, any kind of winter coat, but I see this as like a really dramatic kind of voluminous cape. I think would be so pretty. And then again, with that diagonal weave that we have in a few other different colorways, we have this beautiful olivey green. And so it's got that same kind of hand, a little bit of drape. Beautiful color. So pretty. And then we've got this herringbone. So I love herringbone. So let's get a little bit closer on that texture. This is one of my all-time favorite patterns. And I really love this colorway. It's kind of a cream and an earthy brown. And you can see it's got a beautiful drape. And this is just stunning. Just stunning. So whether or not you wanted to make a coat or maybe a shacket with this one, I think you could go either way, but what a like statement this would be for outerwear. And then finally, if you want to go super classic, kind of Maximera, camel coating, this is your guy. It's got 10% cashmere in it, so it's even softer than the other wools that I've been showing you. And it's just, this is classic. This is literally never goes out of style. You'll make a jacket out of this and you're gonna be wearing it for the next 10, 20 years. Such a beautiful classic color. So these are the Deadstock wool suitings we have in stock at Core Fabrics. Just a reminder, with those Deadstocks, once they're gone. Most of the time we can't reorder, so if there's anything here you've got your heart set on, order it while we've got it in stock, because I'm not sure if we would be able to get any more. Happy coat making!